Hi, this is Natalie from the Netherlands, from Line.arrow, and this is part 3 of the fabric hinged tag folio that I created. It's accordion folded, and this is the video where I'm just adding little things to embellish, to make it a little bit more interesting. Nothing too difficult. I'm also giving a go at making sort of, it's not vintage tape, but it is like with book pages, as you can see. I did this a lot in the past. Now I'm trying to ink it a little bit so it looks a little bit more aged. I'm not sure if it will work. We will see. It was just something that popped into my head, and I thought, okay, I'm going to use that. Obviously, I need to cut, and I think I will also have to use some glue, because I'm pretty sure it will not glue anymore. But that's a quick and easy way to have an interesting piece of tape on your project. And now I'm just inking a little bit on the papers, and I'm going to create the same thing again, but because of the ink, it is not sticking very well. I should have remembered that, but I forgot, because when you peel it off, nothing really happens. And I tried waiting a while, but no, didn't work. So yeah, and now it worked. After a while, it sticks. So I'm going to put some pieces on random places. I'm not trying to overthink too much. It's just for fun, and I don't believe there is any wrong embellishment in this project. And it's an easy way to lift up the project just a little, give it just a slightly more interest. Well, that's what I think. Maybe you can think differently, of course, that's possible. I'm also using the Tim Holtz tape, which I absolutely love, and adding some random pieces on several places, and it does make it more interesting. As you can see, I still have this strip left, and I decided to glue it in the middle of that frame. And I'm happy with the result. And I'm also adding a little bit of the faux tape to make it even more interesting. So this is just a not so long video on how to embellish your projects. Yeah, really easy. You can put in some eyelets. You can add a paperclip with a charm. You can create your own charm with beads. You can put eyelets in and then pull through a little lace or string and tie it together. Also very interesting in the projects. So yeah, anything is possible. Just need to be aware that you can't add piles of stuff on, because it's going to create a lot of bulk. And then, yeah, it's not really a fun project to open and close, because it's very difficult. Also adding a little bit of the tape that I made myself just now on the back side of the tag. And also a little tape. Now I have made a mistake with the frame. As you can see, there are two little holes in the back side of the tag. So the end tag has also the holes by accident. So I decided to put in tiny eyelets to cover up my mistake. Well, it turned out I had issues putting the tiny eyelets in, so I decided to create a bigger punch. So I used a bigger hole punch and put in regular size eyelets. That would make it much easier and still looks great. You have to have the little elements of the crocodile on certain settings, and I just didn't want to search what the settings were. But obviously I was using the wrong ones all the time, so I messed up my tiny eyelets. But here I have the regular ones in, and I'm going to add a little string to make it a little bit more interesting. This case it's waxed thread that is a string that stays on very well because it, well, like it said, it's waxed. So when you push the buttons really together, if you, not the buttons, the bows, no, not the bows, the, how is it called? The knots. So if you create a bow and push it together so the knots really stay close, it's not going anywhere. But it's very tiny, so I was struggling to get a tiny bow. And like you see me do, I'm squeezing the knot so the wax is going to hold everything together. And I'm going to do something similar on that flippy frame part. Just going back and forth. So they look similar on the front side, but also on the back side. And this I'm just tying into a knot. And I'm trying to make it as flat as possible. Otherwise one of the strings will go upwards. And again, press the wax thread so the knot stays. And over here, I'm just ripping a piece of fabric, not completely. And that way you can have small pieces that are wide but not long enough. Still useful as a tag topper. Oh, what a day. But anyway, I do like the effect it has on the tag. Trying to fray it a little bit. And I have a little bit of the wax thread that I'm, wrapping around and tying it into knots. I'm trying to fix the knot that the ends of the wax thread will go upwards the same direction as the tag topper, if that makes sense. Now I also need to make a closure. Which is the same fabric that I use throughout the whole project, for the hinges, for the tag toppers, for everything basically. It's very soft, and I like using fabrics like that as a closure. So this is the final result. I still want to add something. I have a little drawer in front of me, and I want to add a ball pin with something on it. And I also would like to add just a little paper clip somewhere, just for fun. Maybe I will do one in one of the flips. And I have this drawer. I have like butterflies. I'm not sure if they will match. And I also have like beads. This is a long one, too long actually. But beads that I created. Oh, I think these are in my stash for over 6 years. I made like 200-300 of these. I made them every evening watching television. Television, is it the right word to say? Yeah. And I used to put these all on my journal. Every journal that I sold had this as a signature dangle thingy. Let me check how many I have. Also have to check the butterflies. Maybe the green one. That could work. Yeah, I think the green one. Although I have no idea how to put that one on because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to. Oh, yeah, I can. And I thought about adding one of these, but maybe I should. Nope, it's a little boring. Also add one of these instead of the butterfly, or that one together with the butterfly. Should that work? I also have this. It's cute too. I have the rose. I'm also not so certain about the color of the butterfly. So what if I just did this and have it pinned? Well, I'm going to pin it after I did the flip through, otherwise I can pin it now and open it again, which makes no sense at all. So, okay, maybe I'm going to add the butterfly on a later flip. We will see. But it opens like this. I put this on the front now. You can move it around like that. And this opens. And this opens. And it closes like this. And then it flips to this side. You have a little tag. Then you have this piece. And then you have to go back to this side. Another. And then you need to do this. And then you have these two. Like so. And then you need to do this. Then you have the postal card with the faux tape, Bookpage tape. Some stickers of florals. A little cluster of tape. Then you have to do this. Then you have the back side of this. Then you have this piece. Maybe I can add the butterfly over here. Would that be nice? I need a scissor. This looks very difficult that I'm doing, but I'm doing this for a purpose, because if you just tie it in a regular knot, the threads will not stay together, they will go like this. Okay, so we have this now. This flips open. It's a mess on my desk. And you have this piece, and I have to do all this to see there is a thingy over here. You have the tag, then you have this piece, and you have this piece, and this is the back side. And it goes like so. I like it. I had fun. Now obviously this is the end of the video. I have no idea how much footage I have, if I'm able to squeeze it into one video, so maybe this is going to be part 1 and 2. I have no idea yet. We will find out when I edit it completely. I had some struggles with the eyelet setter, as usual. Yeah. Ooh, I love this. So I have not used the background papers. I only use the embellishments papers. As you can see, this is one of my background papers. This one is from April. And I'm just trying to get the project in frame as good as possible. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, I really enjoyed working with the papers and love the end result. And I hope you love it too. But yes, this is it for today. This is the final part. We added an extra week, but that week also ended. And we are going to do the winner's drawing this weekend. And yes, I hope you joined in and stay tuned for the winner's drawing. There will be one in April's group and also one in Line.arrow. And I hope to see you in next videos. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay creative, leave a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye. Bye.